Riverfront Commons is an 11-mile uninterrupted hiking, biking, and running trail that follows the Ohio River through Ludlow, Covington, Newport, Bellevue, Dayton, and Fort Thomas. The trail is a top priority project of Southbank Partners, an economic development organization that has been working on the project since 2006.
Before I came to Southbank, a study group looked at different opportunities for Southbank here along the urban core and along the river. And the Riverfront Commons rose to the top as the signature project for Southbank Partners.
Well, I think Riverfront Commons is a great thing. I mean, there's been talking about it for years, working on it for years, and just the idea of this entire trail system pulling all the cities together is wonderful. Hofbrauhaus is right down here along the river. Riverfront Commons pulling all this together is going to be great for the whole region. It's going to be great for us. People can be on the river, they can come to our establishment, sit out in the beer garden, have a great beer, come in here and enjoy themselves and get back and walk someplace else. People love the river, people love to come to downtown, to this region, and anything that we can do to enhance that ability to be able to connect along the river is a great thing for everybody down here.
Riverfront Commons is a wonderful concept for us in terms of attracting, retaining visitors, particularly along the riverfront where we conduct a lot of our groups who use the Northern Kentucky Convention Center. Attracting groups and businesses that hold meetings is a very competitive business. And it's imperative that in your convention center that you have an environment, particularly around the center, that is vibrant, that is attractive, that is experiential to visitors. When you walk out the front doors of a convention center, you want to be lured to have an experience within the destination. And Riverfront Commons offers us a means to do that. But we do need more. We need restaurants, we need signage, we need lighting, we need to create a safe environment for convention center attendees to come to the convention center and to have an entertainment experience around the convention center.
Over the past 10 years, several sections of Riverfront Commons have been constructed along the river, primarily in Newport and Dayton. And the trail also connects to the pedestrian-only Purple People Bridge over the Ohio River between Newport and Cincinnati.
So what we've done is that we've gone through a very protracted grant writing process to try to put pieces of the Riverfront Commons Trail in the areas that are not stabilization concerns. In the last 3 years, we've had about $21 million worth of funded grants that will build pieces of the Riverfront Commons project in all 6 of our cities.
This year, Covington will construct its first section of Riverfront Commons. New construction is depicted as yellow lines on this map. A 1-mile section of the trail will run from the foot of Madison Avenue near the Northern Kentucky Convention Center to the end of the flood wall at Route 8 near Western Avenue.
Our Parks and Recreation Department is already prioritizing. There's the Live Well initiative, already focusing on making Covington more walkable. So those efforts are all already underway. So Riverfront Commons is going to connect those efforts. We've got the Licking River Greenway and DeVue Park, and the idea is that we'll make a connected loop. And when you make a city more walkable, it's more livable, and people want to live, work, and play here.
Ludlow also will see its first trail construction this year when 2 sections are completed in that city.
The riverfront in Ludlow, I think, is always traveled. It's a beautiful, beautiful scenic site. You're getting the Cincinnati skyline, you're looking across and seeing kind of some new development. It's a little more peaceful, so people tend to walk it, they tend to bicycle through it, but some of it's private property, that's always an issue. Some of it's not safe because there is no actual pathway. It's not monitored as well. By putting in the Riverfront Commons, we're creating a very safe pathway that's already being traveled, which opens it up to visitors to the community or to residents that have been a little more cautious, and it's being done in a way that's not being a liability issue for any private property owners.
In Newport, a large section of Riverfront Commons already has been constructed, depicted in blue on the map, and the trail now runs from the Licking River to the city's eastern border. Last year, Newport dedicated the $4 million Taylor Creek Overlook Park as part of Riverfront Commons. This project, which stabilized significant riverbank erosion, now provides a panoramic view of the Ohio River and Cincinnati skyline. This year, new pedestrian bridges will be erected to connect the trail to the Taylor-Southgate Bridge, and new steps, handicap access, and a new trail section will be constructed near the Daniel Carter Beard Bridge. For the first time, residents of Fort Thomas expect to see a section of Riverfront Commons constructed in their city. Southbank partners in the city have submitted a grant to build a trail section along Route 8 from the Dayton border to the railroad underpass near Tower Hill Road. In Bellevue, plans to construct a section of the trail through Port Bellevue have been put on hold until after the upcoming construction in that area is completed. In Dayton, new construction will nearly complete the trail system in that city. Riverfront Commons already runs on top of the Dayton levee from O'Fallon Avenue to Route 8 near the Manhattan Harbor Yacht Club. This year, a new trail will be constructed along the river's edge. When complete, Dayton will have nearly 3 miles of continuous trails that will provide 2 different views of the river.
The Ohio River was obviously one of the most integral elements that brought people to Dayton and to the region. And over the years, with flooding and the necessity for the flood wall, obviously it's been a big asset to the community as far as flooding protection, but it has also created that natural barrier that kind of separated people from the very element that brought them to the city and the region to begin with. So the exciting thing about Riverfront Commons is it allows us the opportunity to kind of bridge that gap again and give people, the citizens of Dayton, the citizens of Northern Kentucky, access to that river again in a new and creative way.